everyone. Jon Rehorst coming to you from the home offices of APC. I'm here with my good friend and business partner, Mike Paradies, and we're here to talk to you a little bit more about our topic last week, which was single thread. And a lot of people may or may not know this, but back in the early 2000s, Mike and I had an opportunity to work for a company called Cybercar. Cybercar was hired by Ford Motor Company, and our job was to go out and help launch the technology products that Ford wanted its dealers to use at an employee level. And you know, Mike and I talk about this a lot. Going back then, we really had two different types of technology. You could put them in two different bins. One would be technology that was put together by tech people that had car guys kind of guide them as they put it together. And the other type was technology that was put together by car guys with tech guys helping code it. Now the first one was really put together to help drive a process, and the other one was put together to help support a process. And that's really what we see in single thread. You know, the two founders, Patrick Southward and Will Mapes, have spent a lot of time in the car business. And as you take a look at their product and how user-friendly it is at a dealership level, but also how it really enhances the experience that the customer has, you can tell, and again, with a lot of flexibility, you can tell that these guys have a lot of experience in the car business. Now, there's a meme that floats around out on LinkedIn that I really like, and it's a quote by Richard Branson, and it talks about the fact that clients don't come first. Employees come first, because if we give the employees everything that they need, we support them, and we make them happy, they'll really take care of our customers. And that's one of the things that I think we have to take a look at when it comes to single thread and making sure that our service advisors have everything they need to provide our customers with the best experience that they could have. Now, Mike and I always joke about one of the things that we can't stand when we work with the guys in the back end is the word upsell. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple of half a car principles here. First one is TLC squared. Stands for think like a customer with tender love and care. And that's what we want to do every time we engage with a customer. And the other one is that presentation is 15 times more effective when we use a visual. Now, when Pat and Will put this program together, what they wanted to do is they wanted to make sure that we enhance the experience that a customer has. So put your customer hat on for just a second. Let's say the person that you really love has their vehicle in at the local dealership, and that the service advisor is trying to upsell them. See, the problem that I have with that is that it just reeks of what could be an inappropriate way of taking care of a customer, as opposed to just making sure that the customer knows everything about their vehicle that needs to be done in order to keep it safe and maintained. In other words, if the vehicle is up on a hoist and we know that it needs new brakes and it needs new ball joints, all right, I want to make sure that I let that customer know. And I want to let them know as soon as possible. So how can we do that? Well, if the customer's not waiting, we need to get a hold of them. We've done it in the past with the phone, and we've done it with email, but here's a couple other things that we have to take into account, all right? One of the stats that we got from Pew Internet is that text messages are open 98% of the time, whereas emails only open 20% of the time. And one of the other things that we found out is that text messages are usually open within 3 minutes. You know, people always have their smartphones close at hand. So if I'm sitting in a meeting and I get a text message that has an MPI on it, and there's an explanation with an estimate on there that says, hey, we need to make sure that we take care of your brakes and you have a couple of ball joints that need to be replaced, that explain the amount it's going to cost in parts and labor, and it gives me 3 options at that time. All right, what are those options? Well, I can text message back, I can call the dealership directly, or I can just approve the repair. Now think about what that would do for the efficiency in your dealership. So what we want to do is we want to give our internal customers, our service advisors, the ability to talk to our customers in a very efficient, very professional manner 100% of the time. If our people are calling customers and leaving messages and getting messages back and taking all day in order to get that approval and then getting a verbal over the phone, all right, we're not providing them with the tools necessary in order to make their job as easy as possible. So, you know, I'm going to leave you with one more statistic, and this is one that absolutely blows my mind, all right? Mike and I had an opportunity to launch this product back June 14th. It's been a little bit more than 2 weeks now, all right? And in that period of time, there have been 4,314 text messages exchanged between the service advisors at Dorsch Ford and the customers that they have. All right, quick, efficient communication. So with that being said, and knowing that a visual makes a presentation a heck of a lot better, do us a favor, don't take my word for it. A demonstration doesn't cost anything. Mike's gonna have the numbers right down here, all right, or up here, one or the other. All right. Give us a call, we'll set up a demo by one of the founders. We'll make sure that you get comfortable with everything that the customer sees and the tools available to your employees, all right? And we'll see if it makes sense to have single thread in your dealership. Thanks, hope everybody had a great 4th of July.